Hey y'all, my name is Morgana and welcome back to Genshin Impact. I'm changing up my lineup a little bit, so here's Bennett instead of Dialect. I'm not sure if that's the correct choice or not, but Lisa and Kaya are a little too important for me to switch out right now. Though I did pull some really interesting characters recently. I believe I showed y'all Diana that I pulled, but I recently got this person. No idea who she is. I feel like she is from a kingdom I have not yet reached, but she looks really cool and I'm excited. And she uses a bow, which is one reason I want to start leveling her up, but I feel like I won't be able to get very far because she might have an issue where the things I need to level her up are way in the future and I don't actually have what I need to do it, so I don't want to waste my resources on her. Because the same thing happened with like gaming and Lynette, where I really like them and I want to use them more, but I am actually stuck here at level 40 because they not the weapon, because I can't ascend them further because I need items from something where I'm not sure. Yeah,
let's go find some treasure.
Like way over here. Hush, Bennett. So maybe we'll do that one day. Same thing, Bido. I actually think I can do Bido. I'm not exactly sure. I'll test her, but I feel like Farozan for sure I can't do. Bido, I think I can because she's a leeway girl.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Okay, thanks, girl. But anyways, let's get back into the story.
Those who don't wait around.
Cool. Thanks, Christina. Let's head back into the story. Do I remember exactly what I was doing? No. I can't remember if the quest with Dainsliff we was doing earlier is over or not, but we're gonna find out now. So, enter the ruins again. Is this the same ruins I kept dying into those stupid bubbles? 46? Close enough.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That are the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
I meant to hide my mouse again.
Looks like we're here.
Oh, I thought I had autoplay on.
An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Yeah? Are you gonna...
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
So you can fight it this time.
You sense correctly.
Okay.
You are just as vexatious as ever,
Ooh, vexatious.
Dainsliff, enemy of the Abyss.
That's a nice word.
I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares. Unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me.
I thought so. I don't know what this means, but I thought Dainsliff was corrupted some way.
We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
Well, you gonna handle that and I... What? I don't even get to play as him? Can he be like a temporary character? So I'm never gonna bother healing because I know I'm about to get fucked up.
Ah! The Abyss.
Ooh. I'm really good. Wow. That fight didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. Yeah, just snap his neck further. I didn't know this was coming so soon.
Prince.
I like his ponytail. Oh no.
Hey! Could that
I
be?
didn't know this was so soon. Aether? Oh yeah. His name's Aether, mine is Lumine? Lumine. Oh. I finally found you. Get out of here, it's too dangerous. Did you not just see him deflect that hit? Oh, he got some nice hair. I got distracted.
Wait! He just blocked an attack against the Abyss
Okay,
Herald.
yeah. Paimon saw it.
Your brother? And the Abyss?
Lumine, why are you with Dane?
What?
Uh-huh.
We've been separated for so long. Why are you asking me about something that doesn't matter? Yeah.
Your brother knows Dane?
How am I supposed to know that, Paimon? I'm just as confused as you are.
Aether. We meet again.
Aether? I thought it was Aether.
What's going on here?
Look at that
Dane
side
knows him
eye.
too?
Lumine's gonna kill you,
You
bro.
shouldn't team up with this man.
Bro, your Abyss Herald almost
He is
killed
my
us.
enemy.
Oh, Dane's what you do?
Aether.
Hold on. Yeah.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man Dainsleif was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria.
I knew he was
A
from
curse of
Conria.
immortality was laid upon him, to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into the monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago?
Yeah, I figured
and you
something
said the
like
people
that.
turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves?
So, are the Hilly Churls the descendants of the people of Conria? Because if so, it makes sense as to why there's so many of them, because there's an entire country's worth. Does this mean that the Abyss Order, like all of them, like every version of Hilly Churl and Abyss Mage and all that, are all people from Conria who were turned into monsters?
And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Yeah, you can tell me this later. Let's come home. I know he's not coming with us, though.
Home.
Yeah, home. You coming or?
Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together.
Exactly, brother.
But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet.
What?
Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end.
Okay. So, what are you trying to do? Engulf the thrones? Are you trying to get rid of every single kingdom that exists? Why? What happened? I know this is for like much later if we found out, but...
Listen to me, Lumine. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world.
So you want to destroy it?
So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, sister. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Oh, we made it. I didn't think we were gonna make it through. Oh, no, we did. We just went to the other side of the portal. But Dane's with him.
They left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information.
I'm not sad, I'm pissed.
Really? You sure? At least now, as well as the 7, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right?
Once we get to Inazuma, we should keep that in mind as we look for more clues, another objective for our journey. Yeah, let's look for more clues in Inazuma.
That's right! By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well then, let's go over it again.
The traveling Paimon try to recall as many details as they can.
First off, that Abyss Herald called your brother Prince.
Yes.
It seems like your brother is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to him. Still, we don't know for sure if he's the highest ranking leader in the organization. Also, your brother said that he wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be he wants to destroy the 7 and the 7 nations? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying.
Yeah.
And Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order.
It seems like him and...
So that's why your brother said that Dane is his enemy, right?
It seems like Dane and Aether... I'm not sure if this is before the destruction of Conria or maybe perhaps after, but they were friends and traveling partners at some point, and then Dane realized what Aether's doing is wrong. Or at the very least, we're under the assumption that what he's doing is wrong because it's going to lead to the destruction of an entire world, essentially. But whatever he saw that he wants us to see for ourselves is something that he can't really explain. It has to be shown. So is this going to be like a... You know when you ever see in media depictions of like gods or higher beings and stuff like that? When they walk amongst mortals, there's some variations where they realize, you know, oh, humanity's great and enjoying the little things. But then there's the other side where they're like, oh, humanity is terrible, it's trash, and we should just get rid of all of them. I think he took the get rid of all of them route based off of what happens around Teyvat. Because I'm sure there's already so many like terrible and dark things that we've seen so far. And we haven't even touched the place where Child is from, because I feel like Child's story and whatever system of government they follow is rough. Like Child has a smile on his face and everything, but his backstory has got to be rough. Same thing with like even some of the Adepti, even just Shanha, like that's rough, and that's something that no one should have to go through, even humans or, you know, Adepti or whatever those weird animal human creatures are, or even the gods. Even things that are not human-esque, like dragons and various creatures and monsters suffer. So I want to know, it was probably an abundance of things all pushed together that made him form that opinion. But I want to know what the catalyst of that was. Like, what was the last thing that made him give up whatever hope and, you know, niceness he had, even to now be with his twin 500 years later, someone he, I presume, has been somewhat looking for, who he's wanted to see desperately, but he knows that they will not be able to like travel together and be an amicable family again with these two, you know, opposing viewpoints. Because as far as we're aware, we've seen a lot of darkness, but we've also seen a lot of light. We've met a ton of good people, and we've also come across a ton of, well, not as many, but quite a few not so good people. So I don't know. I'm interested in what he wants us to see and what we are going to witness, because whatever he saw 500 years ago, you know, it's easy for that to have been continued, or perhaps things are better, or perhaps things are worse. Who knows what we're gonna see? Because we could see two very different things and come to two very different conclusions.
But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come after all this time we've spent searching for your brother, it turns out he's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that?
We have many new questions and very few answers.
Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your brother wants you to reach the end of your journey, show him what you're made of. Come on, traveler. Let's go.
So I know Genshin update. Sorry. I know. Thank you. I know Genshin Impact is still technically being updated. I don't think it has an actual end quite yet, but whenever they do get to the point where they want to officially start wrapping up, you know, Genshin Impact and its updates and everything, will the last like major quest line be reuniting with our brother and deciding whether or not we want to follow him or not, and then it ends? Or it's most likely going to be the traveler choosing good or something like that. How do I leave? Oh yeah, it's most likely going to be that, but you know, who knows? I sure don't. But it's a good thing Dane was there to witness that, because like I like all of our other friends, and I think some of them would have taken it fine and been like, okay, it's not your fault. But think about how bad it would have been had it been like Kaya or even Diluc, people who have been trying to protect their people from hilly trolls and all these other monsters, just for it to turn out that, you know, our brother is the one who is kind of causing all of these atrocities and stuff to happen. Or at least the hilly troll ones. The rest of them are human made, which might be something our brother's talking about. He might just be talking about like the human mates things that, oh, now it's raining. How convenient.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss.
Yeah, if I were her in this situation, I mean, I, as the player, am fine because I knew this way before she did, but if I was her, and I just spent all this time searching for my brother, fighting against these bad guys, just to find out that my brother's still alive, knew I was alive, is the leader of said bad guys who I've been fighting, like, I wouldn't know what to do. Like, I'd be lost.
Keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going, right?
Yeah, there's definitely more to this than meets the eye.
He said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets he still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going.
Thank you, Paimon. I appreciate the optimism.
Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, where should we go next? If we want to continue with the journey...
Yeah, we still need to find that guy, get our lick back and all that.
Oh, you mean the guy that took your brother away in the first place?
Yeah, she did just randomly
You're
attack
right.
us.
After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her.
I need to teach her a lesson she won't forget. Yes, but I also need answers as to why. You know? Then I'll beat her up after. Or maybe she'll beat me up again, who knows?
Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery.
Yeah, because if she stopped us...
We ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animo and Geo Archons. So, next...
I guess let's search for the Electro Archon. I wonder...
Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in.
I definitely walked right into Inazuma
Why don't we ask
before.
someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance?
I'm sure there's someone we've met. God, please don't say we have to seek out child.
Oh, Paimon spotted someone already! Atsuko in Lea Harbor!
Oh, there we go.
She's from Inazuma!
That makes so much more sense.
Let's see what she has to say.
Okay. And this is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this view. And our journey continues. I don't know. I wouldn't know what to think. I have siblings, but we also haven't been in that predicament. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't know. Like, I definitely feel upset and betrayed, because it's like, okay, yes, you're the leader of the evil organization and everything, but you don't even want to like stop and have dinner with me. You don't want to have a conversation. You're saying we'll find our home in the next world, but first you have to travel through this one alone. Like, you can't get over whatever it is you saw and just move on. For me, your sister, your twin sister. I assume they're twins. I don't know. But like, your one and only family, as far as I'm aware. Oh, it's this girl.
Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local.
I have no clue who this girl is.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Oh, yes I do. Never mind.
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. There was a storm raging ahead of me, and my pursuers were close on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and fresh water supply soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out.
Ooh,
But
how bad is this country?
to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, a new beginning found me.
Did someone from Leeway save you?
Ah, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Ichising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule. Loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there.
This does not sound... Sounds almost dictatorial? Sounds bad. I have a compelling reason. There are answers to questions I must know. Yeah, we don't really have... I mean, we do have the luxury, technically, of just chilling and not doing it, because we have plenty of friends and connections and lives and adventures we can have between Mondstadt and Leeway. But we might as well explore the entire world, since our brother says we'll find the reason to understand him, so...
You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
But they have Rito? But there's a place for Outlanders to go, right? Yeah?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
And...
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences. They may just know how to break through the storm.
You're right! Paimon sure Beto of all people will be able to get us there. Her crew is super strong. But Paimon wonders if she'll be willing to take the risk.
Yeah, we ain't got no other choice.
The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest on a supply run. This might be your best chance.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto.
Alright. Beto. I kept calling her Bido for some reason. Alright. Let's go find the captain who's on the ocean. Oh, she's all the way over here. I'm so glad I unlocked this thing over here. It took so long. It took so long. Oh, who the... Okay. You arrive on board the ship. You're here, traveler. What are you doing here? Why did they not give these characters voice lines? Genshin Impact creators who are definitely not watching this video. If you need extra voice actors, hit me up. I'm looking for Bido. Looking for the captain? Does she look like she's someone you just come looking for as you please? Someone get over here, tie this stowaway up, and feed him to the fishies. Alright, what's all the ruckus? Yin Xing? This troublemaker snuck in here, said they're looking for... Well, they're up to no good, I'll wager, and I thought, okay. Oh, wait. Alright, stop scaring people any old how, or Captain Baidu will scold you upside down. Surgeon at sea. Law? Alright, go off, cool your head. Now then, traveler, what business might you have with the captain? I'd like to go to Inazuma. You want to go to Inazuma? By ship? Is that not allowed, or? You'd best see the captain herself about this. She's on board right now. But it seems that she's been deep in thought recently. Keep your eyes open and try not to disturb her. I got it. We've also be anchored here for a while. I think that's supposed to be we will. Due to her orders, which has led to quite a few delays. Okay, I didn't think I saw this ship before. If you're willing, why don't you go around the ship to see who needs help? Chief mate. Go to the Alcor? Okay. I was like, what's an Alcor? You have voice lines, please?
Oh, if it isn't the traveler in Paimon.
Hi, Baidu, Badao, Baidu, I don't know.
I knew you guys would come.
I love her voice. She's so fun.
Paimon. What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... Yes, the stars.
Interesting.
The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
Yeah, so poetic. You must be a bard for sure. This must be your bard for hire?
This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
Lovely.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are 2 important rules.
Wait,
One, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little one-sided.
Okay, 1, Venti has some competition. 2, did I accidentally start a side quest? I thought I was on the main storyline. What's happening? I am confused.
You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads. I think we can expect a healthy turnout this time.
I thought this was about getting to Inazuma.
We didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Oh, okay.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
What is a masterless vision?
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
Oh, okay. So people need visions in order to use these elemental abilities, but if a vision doesn't have a master, so with visions, you can't just like pick it up and use it. Like you have to be able to actually open it up and start using it, because we're so special because we don't need a vision because we're not from this world. We can just like ask the statues. Okay, yeah, why doesn't it have a master? I don't know how people obtain visions.
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent.
Okay.
Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
I'm really not interested. Like, I don't need it.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
I mean, the tournament seems cool.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Okay, everybody hates
Well,
this
why didn't
country.
you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
Cool.
You just want her to take part in your tournament.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
Fair enough.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma, huh?
I'm not gonna say I'm not worried because watch me die, but you know, let's see.
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
Why are you looking at me like that? Yeah, get off my screen. Okay, Katahara Kazuha.
What in the world do those symbols really mean?
So, I'm stealing your food, girl. So where's it? Is the tournament arena? Aha! Yes, this is where I was during that one side quest I thought was an actual quest, and I didn't know what was happening. So let's head back here. And I'm so glad I actually came and unlocked this. It's not a teleport waypoint, but this thing so I can teleport to it. Because trying to get to these islands is the biggest hassle.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are.
Okay. Oh wait.
Peter said that they had to be renowned fighters.
I lost it.
Who will we be up against?
No one's wearing colorful clothing, so I'm fine. Uncle Yoon? What's up, Uncle? What's up, Unc?
Hello. Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet?
That voice does not match that face. Not yet.
Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just anyone to take part.
Why did it start raining? Did you cause this? Are you a bigger threat than I
The Clash
imagined?
is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for show over skill is gonna get their butt handed to them.
Yeah. Oh.
Nobody wants to see that, right?
I actually love watching a good fight.
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, Paimon's wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Tsuhu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Former and runner-up. Oh, that's funny.
Uh-huh. Also, that doesn't sound like the most official tournament out there.
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors when I took part. Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders before. There were 2 of them trying to escape. I soon sorted them out.
2?
They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. They didn't know what hit them.
Mm-hmm.
I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. Then, the big guy pulled out a knife.
A knife? You don't say.
I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us.
You know what? For a regular guy, that's pretty impressive. Don't know how you're not getting struck by lightning here.
I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2 to 1, but I still got the upper hand. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that I did manage to subdue the both of them, and hand them over to the Millilith. I received quite the commendation. Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. But for us, even 4 or 5
Did I
treasure
get struck
hoarders
by
at a
lightning?
time is all in a day's work.
Yeah, thanks for letting us know.
Alright, we're gonna keep looking around.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Aren't I canonically not a child? I think that's the running joke. The bars won't give my character alcohol because they assume I'm a child. This is a crazy storm. Who'd y'all piss off? Storm Terror? Dvalin? Hello? Okay, I keep pressing the wrong button.
Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
You pissed off
That's
that guy
right.
immediately.
Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our master taught us. But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain the masterless vision.
Exactly. With a vision, we'd quickly become our master's top students.
Well, only
This
one of you
master
could have
yours must
vision.
be pretty incredible, huh? Are they someone famous?
Famous? He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I are both proud disciples of his.
I am not from this country. What is the Lingshan clan?
You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. The clan is nowhere near as famous as the master himself anyway.
But what's his name?
He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created many different styles of kung fu, and countless other clans have borrowed extensively from him. To the Lingshan clan, he teaches a special technique known as force dispersal.
Force dispersal?
Yeah, what's
It's
that?
a type of breathing exercise where you can train yourself to harness the energy around you and neutralize attacks without moving an inch.
Oh, it's like,
For example, our master can use it to alter the path of an attacking fist, or change the direction of an incoming stone, all without breaking a sweat.
It's like Monoscan from
One time,
Black,
he sent a challenger flying into
Clover.
the air without lifting a finger.
Is that possible?
It sure is. but it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability. We've been training for ages and we're still getting to grips with the very basics. There's no way we could use it proficiently yet.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now. If we don't start making progress soon, we'll probably run out of money to pay the tuition fees and still have nothing to show for all our training.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course! This is a Grand Master we're talking about here. He doesn't have time to waste. If you want face-to-face training, you've got to show you're sincere about it.
Sounds like y'all are getting scammed,
But
brother.
here we are, having trained under him directly all this time without even a hint of improvement. Master is getting increasingly impatient with us. Recently, though, we heard that a Vision Bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a Vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Vision won't make you better at martial arts. It will not. There are many other reasons why you can't seem to master this technique. Both are correct. Vision won't make you better at martial arts. You'll just, instead of being a good fighter who happens to have an elemental ability, you'd be a guy with an elemental ability that you can't use because you can't even throw a punch, much less control a vision. There are other reasons you can't master the technique. Sometimes you're just not good at things.
Well, we have to try something new. Otherwise, we're stuck in the same situation.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns out it does work, the Lingshan clan will go down in history. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
That's the spirit. I wish you the best. I also wish you a refund.
See you in the arena.
Of course. Have fun, Chai-E. Chai. Oh, I have Chai downstairs. Should size up. Okay, one more person. This is an insane storm.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
Youngster?
If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as champion. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the puzzle that is my life.
I don't think he's necessarily doing a Dante Bosco impression, but he sounds like someone trying to do a Dante Bosco impression, specifically Dante Bosco voicing Zuko impression. Though, to be fair, all of Dante Bosco's characters that he voices, it's less of him putting on a voice and more of him acting, because he's an actor before he was a voice actor, and he happens to have such a memorable voice, probably because of Zuko. Do you want to become an adventurer, or do you want to become a hero? Adventurer.
No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person.
Well, define perfect.
I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures, and seemed to get on with just about everyone socially. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. I know I haven't reached perfection yet, because there's one thing I'm still missing.
Humility?
You have so much self-confidence.
I thought he was actually about to be really profound and be like, I'm not a perfect person because I haven't experienced, I'm not a perfect person because I don't know what it's like to fight through adversity and actually, like, struggle. Because some people would argue that in order to become a better person, you have to have you don't necessarily have to deal with the most trauma and overcome it in a positive way, but to make the conscious decision to push past those limits and become a good, well, as best of a person as you can be with those circumstances. I thought he was going to be like, yeah, I came here to, like, specifically see where my limit is, see how good or bad I do, and then surpass that limit. But then he took the alternate route. So, do you have tournament experience? Are you a renowned fighter? Yeah.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. So they very kindly made special arrangements on my behalf.
I feel like a wave could knock you
I've
over.
also brought along a bit of an entourage for moral support. It's such a blessing, really, to have so many good friends in my neighborhood. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating mostly on rare and esoteric styles of Kung Fu. As a high achiever by nature, I'm confident I've done enough to guarantee my victory in this tournament.
I like the way you said that line. As a high achiever by nature. Yeah, you're not making it far, buddy. But you know, I don't doubt that you've...
I seem to have gained another fan. Don't let my aura overwhelm you, though. You'll need your wits about you today.
I'll try to keep them on me.
If you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
All right, Tien. Yamcha, actually. Well, Yamcha is actually skilled.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average. Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
These is not all the competitors.
Come on, let's go sign up.
So... Interesting. I'm waiting on the actual competition to come on. Hey, girl.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, you're signed up.
Hello? Are we gonna...
Next, please. What's your name?
Momo. Or Lumen. Lumine? Lumen? So, considering we have a completely different name, I'm going to say that the name we gave ourselves at the beginning was a nickname that we go by, and that Lumen is like our actual name. So I go by Momo to everybody else, but like only close friends and family can call me by my real name, which is Lumen, whatever Aether said.
Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
We are not a vision bearer.
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god?
Yes.
It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph later.
Why is Paimon
I trust
look
you are
so
aware
snug?
that only those without visions can enter the tournament?
I don't have a vision. I'm not from this planet.
Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face off against all sorts of monsters, even the Fatui, and always come out on top.
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies.
I'm just that girl.
I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame?
I think you just did it for me.
It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process.
Sure.
So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osail, so that's one. Do you have any others?
I defeated a Fatui Harbinger. Yes, we did. Well, we did defeat him. We just didn't kill him. Okay. I saved Dvalin. I don't think they know what Dvalin's real name is, nor would they care about Mondstadt's issues. And it seems that, yeah, I think the Fatui one she'd care about more.
Yeah, and also a dragon too! Put down Battle with Storm Terror.
Whoa.
Oh, they do know what that is.
Might as well declare her the
face.
champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
I'd be pissed too, so I'm on their side as well.
That's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize, namely, a vision.
Oh, visions are blank.
We're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of
Now,
it.
Paimon.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So,
I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance then.
I'm just not that interested in visions, that's all.
Well, I'm sure a great hero has an important reason for being here.
Girl, just sign me up
anyway,
and move
the
on.
qualifying rounds are about to begin.
All this talking.
I'll leave you to your preparation.
Alright.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament.
Yeah?
Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one.
Because most people can't, exactly.
So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still be pretty easy for you to win, even without using any elements, right?
Fair enough.
All right, it's showtime! You got this!
So I gotta fight all these people.
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
Yeah.
Good. Then please follow me into the arena.
Gotta fight all these people without using my elemental abilities.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament.
This isn't
Her
fair.
first bout begins now!
This isn't fair for this guy.
You? You're the hero they're
Level
talking about?
75. What the
How
hell?
am I supposed to win now?
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
We would have quite literally killed the guy.
I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there. Can't you spare a word or two to congratulate our up-and-coming champion?
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase these words of praise. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they stack up against you.
I didn't know it was so popular.
Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too.
Or you could
For
just give me
one
an
thing,
easy win.
We don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, you must be itching to fight someone in your league too,
I
right?
don't know about itching.
So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh?
Okay.
But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system if we just skip straight to the semifinals.
I think it's for the
This
best.
is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the semifinals anyway.
Yeah.
To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there, I want to know who they are and what they're about.
After a long wait, your opponent in the semifinals is finally
We're
decided.
finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard.
I won't.
Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
Is it you,
All
Cutout?
right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Cool.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before you begin.
Relax. My girl's at the top of her game. She ain't gonna lose.
Watch me lose right now. I'm ready.
Okay, follow me.
I feel like I might know who this is. Oh, no, I don't.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care.
I was not. Okay, this isn't cheating. I was legitimately not full health when I started.
Good. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling.
Yeah?
Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
You did a great job.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried.
Well, don't say all
If you had
that.
a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
Yeah?
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one.
So how does everybody else get a
But mine
vision?
never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Oh.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that
All right,
masterless
Asta.
vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest.
It's gotta be
Only
you,
in
brother.
defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of experiencing defeat.
I like you.
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
So will I.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick.
Oh, that's my downfall
So don't
right
get
there.
too cocky.
I never am.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Huh? Hello?
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. What a stunning performance.
Thank you.
I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame. If only I could have advanced one more round.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who else advanced to the final round?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent, quick on his feet and swift to take advantage of his opponent's missteps. I faltered for but a brief moment, but before I knew it, he had me on the floor. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with physically strong opponents. But faced with a nimble, agile opponent such as him, I found myself completely out of my league. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
Alright. They're hyping this guy up. I feel like I know who it is. I don't know his name, but I remember his face.
Hey there! Well, where did the other guy go?
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, "Why didn't you dodge?" But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. "Why don't you dodge?" they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet.
Sure, if you're like Goku or like Minato, you don't really have to dodge. You can just like, I don't know, you're not Obito, is what I'm trying to get at, you know?
Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit. I don't dare tell my master about this, otherwise I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment, so I probably won't be able to help you with whatever you were here to ask me about.
Oh, alright then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hang in there.
Hang in
Thanks,
there.
I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
Well, I'd like for it to be a surprise as well.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable.
Oh, now
I
the
could sense
compliments
that
come
you're not
in.
familiar with bouts of this kind. And it could have cost you the match.
It could have.
But you were quick to adapt. and manage to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most invaluable skill.
You are very observant.
In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground beneath your feet, and the pattern of your breathing. But it is nothing remarkable, for I discerned nothing more than Captain Beto did.
Sure.
He's right. But in my case, I was purely relying on previous experience. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
Yeah. Haven't really... never used it, actually. Sure is.
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
Well, it's better to be safe than sorry.
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Oh.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same time, when you talk, you don't really sound like someone who's used to waving a sword around.
Yes, he does.
It is true that I am versed both in literary and martial traditions.
Yeah.
But on the straggling path of a wandering samurai, is there harm in acquiring a surplus skill?
Not at all.
I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed reputable fighters hailing from across the lands. I do possess some knowledge regarding your opponent's particular skill set. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's necessary to bring your opponent down.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their journey from Mondstadt. Such impressive feats require more than just bravery alone.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
I'm sure he knows.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? In return, nature also leaves its traces upon you. However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. These are the things I am curious to know about.
Many things about myself elude me as well.
Some post-match entertainment is in order.
That's... okay. Oh my goodness. It better not be on the boat. Y'all, look at this beautiful sunset. This is absolutely gorgeous. Why do I keep clicking that?
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say, it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match.
Yes, but how did you know?
When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind and the whispers of the leaves. It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you. Nothing more.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow Paimon still believes you.
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible feats. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision, and not to mention your incredibly complex scent, like that of some mysterious being.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities?
I don't know. I just touched the statue.
Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learn to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
Look at Paimon's face. Yeah, Paimon told us to press buttons, so it's all thanks to Paimon.
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just naturally learned to use the elements through it all. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something to me.
Perhaps.
Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange.
Finally, a real battle. Fair enough.
Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
Defeat the monster to show... What monster? Oh. Alright.
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Even with your opponent's speed, he shouldn't be able to overwhelm you.
Yeah, y'all was talking like I was about to fight Quicksilver.
Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible.
Is it you?
He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you.
Thank you. I will not underestimate him.
Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements that defies all known principles. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems, and one will always encounter that which is still unknown.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own? Why are you so intent on exploring the connection between visions and the elements?
Well, it's still interesting
to
learn
know
about.
What meaning visions have to the gods, and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions.
I feel like it was for
My
war
apologies.
purposes.
You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways, I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding Inazuma.
Okay, so my theory is that, like, a part of me wants to say the gods didn't even gift humans visions, it was something else completely. But if the gods did gift humans visions, I think it was that they gifted visions to the strongest or most worthy humans in order to fight in their war, right? Because obviously the gods themselves have visions, right? And you know, they're fighting amongst each other, but all the gods also have followers, not even just like the Adepti, but there are human followers who fight on behalf of these leaders, these gods. So I'd imagine that each god created a vision, but not created like a vision to represent their people. But over time, visions became mixed up, but they still have like a very specific element that matches, you know, what they stand for. So like Mondstadt has all these windmills, City of Freedom, and their god is technically like the wind god, right? But there are no wind characters in Mondstadt that I'm aware of. Like, you know, I don't know what Jean does. I feel like she's a water character, but I can't prove that. But, you know, Barbara's water. You know, Kaya's ice, Amber's fire, Diluc is also fire, Lisa is electricity or lightning, whatever. And, you know, same thing with Liyue, he's the earth guy. And we've come across, I'm pretty sure he uses earth element to some extent, most likely. But we've come across plenty of characters who do not use that. So I think over time it's gotten mixed up, but each god still has their like representative element. That's my theory. That it was given to humans to fight in battles, and then over time just became mixed up. But the patron gods themselves kept the element that they originally chose.
So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more.
Why is he flirting with us so hard?
A vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma.
Oh.
Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 Archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro Archon now doubt these criteria, or even the act in and of itself? Not to mention, with no new Electro-visions having been granted for such a long time...
Wait!
It would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden Shogun's feelings on the matter.
Is that Raiden? Electricity, really? Is that why I cannot find any characters with Electro? Is that why it's so difficult for me to get Electro characters? Is it canonical that Electro characters are the most rare? Like Electrovisions, I mean? Electrovisions are the most rare because of this? So does that mean when I get past Inazuma arc, will I get them more frequently? Because besides Lisa, I just got Bido, who I believe is electricity. She might not be, but I think she is. But I was saying this, like, for the longest time, I was struggling to get them. I have so many fires. I got, like, one other air, I guess. I guess fire is the one I find the most of. And ice, and I don't know. I think fire is the most common one, though, because I have so many fire characters. This is interesting, though. So the Archon is upset and taking people's visions, which feels like... I don't know. I know it's like an object and it allows them to be strong. So that makes me feel like either something's going on with the god where they're not actually present, but whatever political organization is in charge is acting like they still are and saying that their god doesn't want humans to have their visions anymore, because that would make them stronger than, or, you know, able to fight back against whatever regime is in place. Or the Electro god now is different from the original one, because they said the only 2 original ones were Venti and why am I forgetting my man's name? Zhongli. But if a different god took up that, I guess, that country, they could have easily have different morals, different thought processes and all that, and say, yeah, none of you are getting a vision because I'm going to be the strongest person here besides my elite force. Because Child has 2. He shouldn't. I don't know. But that's what I'm gonna go with. Those are my top 2 things for right now. Either the Electro person is different, or is different from the person who originally gave out the visions to begin with, which is why they're like taking it away and not making new ones. Or this is purely political and human based, and the god has mentally and physically taken a step back from actually having an input in the matters of the kingdom.
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues
Well,
eternity.
so this is a she.
She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or feel. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Yes, but I don't think it's her.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before?
It could have not been her, and that was 500 years ago, so it could be a completely different person. Because if that was the same god and she was tyrannical and doing all this, then, you know, this would have been a situation that would be important 500 years ago. It'd be, oh, this god is taking away all of our stuff. But that would have become a norm by this century. It would have been a norm to not even have it by now. But the fact that it's still actively a problem and people are quite literally escaping that country for their lives and for their freedoms to have, you know, their visions, their God-given visions. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not her. I don't think it's her.
With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about the tournament!
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together.
All right, let's head back.
Very well. Let's go. I wish to see who will obtain the vision.
I don't care about the vision. Get me on the boat to Inazuma right now. Thank God. Thank you for teleporting me. Oh, I have to fight Bido.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, the two finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no bounds. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Lyra's traveling hero!
Yeah! Wow. Y'all all watched me fight this whole time.
For this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived.
Oh, well, guess I win by default.
So long? You can't just forfeit for not showing up like in previous rounds. This is the finals. Apologies, everyone just sit tight.
Maybe they got their match time mixed up?
We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
No, don't postpone, just let me win.
Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize.
Uh-oh. The vision's
Traveler,
gone.
Come with us.
Ooh. Someone stole it while they were distracted. It's gone.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing in broad daylight?
Where's the attendant?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beidou.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze.
Is this man... Oh, the flowers are gonna tell him. I don't know.
The culprit has only acted recently. They will not have gotten far. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it. I will be certain to get it back.
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you then.
Okay.
I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the spectators that came to see the match.
If you would, please come with me.
Yeah.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly run to?
Girl, there's so many things
I can
to go.
sense the winds are coming.
Interesting. Okay, let me go follow this guy and his winds.
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance.
Oh, wait, I haven't
Ride the
done one of
winds
these in
upward.
so long.
From there, we can continue our search for clues.
Oh, and it's timed. Oh, I did this wrong. Oh, I did this bad. Okay, never mind. I'm so good at the game.
You caught up with me? How is that possible?
Bay the flyer.
I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to me.
Because you're slow.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Oh, I get it. Your vision.
Yeah, I saw it earlier.
Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but it seems you know precious little about how to conceal yourself from nature's gaze. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go into. And on top of that, I could hear your boasting and proud laughter in the wind as I was pursuing you. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. Namely speed, stealth, and style.
You...
But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I admit it. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters. I fought my way to the finals and...
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent.
I would quit
I'd
too.
intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up.
Blame Baidu.
After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beidou. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow you still managed to catch up to me.
Yeah, might as well give up. Hand over the vision.
After all I went through to get it? I think not.
There's gonna be even more consequences.
I know an empty threat when I hear one.
If you give up the vision, we'll let you go.
Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless shell to me.
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
I can do that.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the reputation of the captain of the Crux fleet. It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead with a hot iron.
Ooh,
whoa,
I like his style.
We don't need to go that far, do we?
Yeah, we do. Let's do it.
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a fight.
Look at the immediate stance we took.
What are you trying to do?
That was so easy.
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please.
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Yet still the gods do not bestow their favor upon him. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment for you.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more punishment? It's up to you. Such willingness is commendable, and fits the way of the samurai.
No need for that. Thank you for releasing me. You truly are generous.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it. Were you just trying to scare him?
No, I think he was actually
pleasure
gonna
in
do it.
frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hands. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. I thought it may be an opportunity for him to awaken the vision. But unfortunately, nothing happened.
So you were planning this all along?
Yes. I wanted to know whether it were possible for an extinguished vision to be reawakened.
So
From the moment he stole the vision, I decided to use him for this experiment. I've tried many other methods in the past.
Does a vision extinguish once the user dies? Or does it have to be abandoned or unused?
Though few tales tell of a masterless vision reawakening. After seeing you command multiple elements, I figured that nothing is impossible. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
I don't think it'll work, but I will try. We don't have a vision, but our chest glows, if that counts, and so do the flowers in our hair for some reason, and our knee pads.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. So you are also unable to rekindle the vision.
Oh, he looks so sad.
No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision is still mine to take for now.
Why are you so attached to this vision? Did it belong to somebody?
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision anyway?
The story begins with an old friend.
I knew it.
He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still retaining the warrior way in my heart.
Kazuha!
That was beautiful.
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned.
If you need to talk more, I'm here to listen.
Do not let my feelings trouble you.
You're never in trouble.
But thank you.
Okay.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went back to her ship.
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds with one another.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold in his mind. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified, and our hero here is the champion.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
So, will we be able to travel to Inazuma now?
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beidou is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons.
Yeah.
If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made.
Okay.
In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way for sure.
I believe in you.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful.
Of course.
One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
Okay. I think I'm gonna wrap this episode up here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up here. As it rains, as we get ready to head on this tempest to Inazuma and get started with that whole craziness. Yeah. I don't know. We've gone through a lot this episode, haven't we? Like, it feels like the brother and Dainsleif thing happened so long ago, but our brother literally showed up and told us to continue this journey. We're pushing down our emotions as usual, which, women, that's not a healthy thing to do. But, I mean, who else is she going to tell this to, you know? Because Hilly Charles and the Abyss Order is the enemy of pretty much everyone she knows. And I doubt that her real friends will blame her for the actions of her brother, considering she's not necessarily an amnesiac, but she is someone who literally just woke up on a new planet 500 years in the future. So she is extremely confused and everything anyways. So yeah, y'all let me know what you think. Don't spoil anything for those of you who are way ahead of me, but let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye.